Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Rheya's Kitchen. Today, it is now noon, and I'm going to be making chicken soup. So, the ingredients necessary for this recipe, of course, you're going to start off with chicken broth. You're going to need 4 cups or a full container. You also need onion powder, black pepper, paprika, garlic powder, minced onion. I'm also going to mince a yellow onion, some ground cumin, parsley flakes, cayenne pepper, chili powder, some salt. I also pulled some carrots and celery, and I have minced garlic as well. I could have minced fresh garlic, but I didn't want to. Oh, also, obviously, you're going to need chicken breast. I have mine currently sitting in a lemon bath in the sink, but I just have 2 chicken breasts with rib meat attached. I'm going to start off with my carrots. For my carrots, I'm just going to chop off the heads of them, and then I'm just going to chop all the way down until they are all nicely chopped. No more than, I would say, definitely no more than 2 inches thick, maybe only an inch thick. I don't know, because they're going to cook. I am the Lord is my strength. I'm going to leave them as a circle. I'm most likely the only person that's going to eat this soup. So, y'all are probably wondering why I'm wearing gloves. It's solely because once I'm done with all my vegetables, I'm dealing with raw chicken. And I hate dealing with raw chicken on my bare hands. So, next, I'm going to do the same with some celery. Celery in soup can be pretty strong. So I pulled 6 celery sticks. I'm going to use them because I like how strong celery comes across in a soup. But just so you know, celery comes across very, very strongly in a soup, especially after it's been there simmering for a while, or even when it's sat there for days. Onto le oignon. If y'all want a way to cut an onion and not cry, take out the center. It's the most potent portion of the onion. I'm still going to use it, but for now, I'm just going to take this out first. Go ahead and chop that up. And I'm literally just going to go put it over here. For a moment, we're going to switch to this side. I'm going to turn on my burner, keep it somewhere between low and medium. So low to medium heat. I'm going to drizzle in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And remember, my onions are already in there. Let those cook down 3 to 5 minutes. And whilst that's cooking, I'm going to separate my seasonings. Okay, so for the seasonings, I basically just do a tablespoon of everything. About a tablespoon of chili powder. Do a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Cumin can be quite strong, so we're gonna go a tablespoon. Onion powder, we're gonna go 2 tablespoons. That's a lie, we're gonna do like a tablespoon and a half. Garlic powder, same thing, we're gonna do like a tablespoon and a half. Paprika, we're gonna do half a tablespoon. As far as the minced onion, I'm going to sprinkle that in as I go. I'm starting to be able to smell those onions, so let's check on that and see how it's going. I want them to be quite translucent. I will say that onion is quite fragrant. I don't know about y'all, but I really love the smell of onion as it's like caramelizing. It's one of my favorite smells as far as cooking goes. But for me, it always signifies like the beginning of cooking. You know what I mean? because when are you usually caramelizing onions? For most recipes, you're doing it at the very beginning. That's like one of your first steps, or it's like your first actual cooking step. That's like right after prep, you know? Now that my onion and garlic have been merging, I'm going to take my chicken breast. I have two, as I said earlier, and I'm just going to lay them in there. Let them sear on one side, and then I will flip it. And for my chicken, I'm going to sprinkle in some salt and also some pepper. My seasoning separation, I keep them all here. So whilst my chicken is poaching, not poaching, whilst my chicken is I forgot the word for it, but we're just going to say scorching at the moment. While my chicken is scorching on the opposite side. Once it's done on this side, which will be in about another minute or so, I'm actually going to take everything and I'm just going to add it all to the pot. That's going to be the chicken broth, the seasoning, and the carrots and celery. I will cover that and let it basically cook on its own for about 15-ish minutes. I'm gonna bring it to a boil, let it boil for about 15 minutes, covered. And then when I come back, I'll take the chicken out, shred the chicken, put it back in, and bring it down to a simmer, let it simmer for another 10 to 15-ish minutes, maybe 20, I don't know. So yeah, and then I'm also gonna make some rice on the side, and then it's good to go. Good to go with the rice. I'm pretty sure my mom got that minced onion because she doesn't actually like onion, especially not fresh onion. So you may have noticed that I didn't add like salt to my seasoning mix, and I only put it directly onto the chicken. There's the top to this. I do that because if you are not careful, you will end up making your soup very salty. So I typically add my salt at the end if I need to, and I just kind of hope that I don't. I'm going to go ahead and also add in just a cup of water. So that's 4 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to do a cup of water. My vegetables are completely submerged, but like they are still right at the top. So I just want to give my food just a little bit more room in that mixture. And a cup of water is not enough to hurt all the other ingredients that we already put in there. Now that that is covered, I'm going to bring it to a boil and then let it boil for 10 minutes. And then after it's done, I will pull the chicken out, shred it, add it back, and then I'm going to let it simmer for another 15 to 20 minutes. And then we're going to eat. I'm not going to start cooking the rice until I bring it out to simmer though. So I will see you at that point. All right, we are back and the chicken has been boiling for 10 minutes. You can also, like if you want to skip the whole boiling, the first round of boiling for 10 minutes, you can buy a rotisserie chicken. I would not recommend buying like an original rotisserie chicken or like, you know, plain flavored or whatever. Anytime I want to skip like cooking the raw chicken, anytime I want to skip the raw chicken step and I get a rotisserie chicken, I always get like the lemon flavor or lemon pepper flavor because that actually adds just a hint of more flavor to whatever soup I'm making. My goodness, not only did my camera cut off, but also my mic was off. Well, I've added the shredded chicken back to the pot and it's gonna simmer. It's been simmering for 3 minutes now, so it has about 12 minutes, 12 to, I'm gonna let that simmer and do what it do. And I'm also gonna start the rice. If y'all are not somebody who washes your rice, you should definitely be somebody who washes your rice. If you want to use, I know people use rice water for things. If you would like to be one of those people who uses rice water, better to ferment the rice water for a bit than to just, I mean, you can use, fresh, ultra fresh rice water, but I'm saying it's better if you just ferment the rice water and you know, then use it. But anywho, I'm gonna wash my rice, add it to my rice cooker, press go, and when that's done, the food is also done. And I'll be back when I'm ready to eat. All right, now that my rice is done, so I'm gonna eat because I'm actually not hungry. I usually only eat once a day, but I'm gonna eat this for the sake of the video. I think my mic may need to be charged or something.
All right, y'all. I was absolutely correct when I thought that my mic died. It definitely did. But let me tell y'all something. Aside from the fact that I decided to eat this as soon as I took it off of simmering, is crazy. But it tastes so good. I did not add any salt, any extra anything. It's just, it is what it is. I'm sitting here eating it now as I'm doing this voiceover, but it tastes so, so, so good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all right here once again next week in Rheya's kitchen. Until then, bon appetit. Bye.